What the common thread seems to be is the appreciation of life, really living your life, taking the risk to follow your bliss. The bike itself is kind of a metaphor for liberation. It gives you the ability to move from place to place on your own without being dependent on something else or somebody else. We appreciate that freedom, and we all appreciated each other's quest to follow their own bliss.
Everyone thinks they can get a job as a messenger because it's cool.
When I was a messenger, I used to do 200 jobs a fucking week. But the messenger industry only attracts
progressive individuals,
Outliers,
very trendy crowd,
ex-cons,
a little bit crazy.
The way I ride and the way I look, like I'm a bald eagle. See, way ahead, looking at the cars, inside the cars. I'm looking at the passengers. You know, it's crazy. And then at high velocity speed. This is my passion. I love this.
What originally got me into being a career was just a love of bikes.
We would sit in the park on our off times, and I would learn so much about just life, about living in the city. I was truly in awe of the guys I was hanging out with.
Like your brothers, and it's family, you know?
Cycling has always been a part of my life since I came to Canada. Somebody suggested that I should become a bike messenger for 3 months, but I never thought that after years and years that I would still be part of this. My name is Nadir Olivet. I'm the proprietor of ALLEYCATS, and I'm the sporting director and project manager for the Red Bull race the place.
He knows everyone. Like, it's astonishing to me.
Nadir is like my big brother. He's like the guy that if something's really on my mind, he's the guy I'll call.
When I first heard of him, he was like a ghost. And I think I was about a mile behind him all the time because I was constantly in his wake of people who were having a whole lot of fun and telling stories about it.
We have about 29 days until the race.
I've collaborated with Red Bull to be able to come up with a concept.
Red Bull Canada told me about their idea of being able to run a course here at Ontario Place, and then they said, would you be interested? And I was like, I think it's gonna be tough. Ontario Place has been closed for like 3 years. Let's go down and just go for a ride. And 6 months later, he's like, you got your race. I'm like, are you for real?
This is the first race of its kind in the world with track bikes, time trial bikes, single speed. There's races involved like this, but a crit, like we don't know which bike is gonna win this.
And it's amazing, all these young kids just popping out of everywhere. And even the old messengers wanting to come out and compete.
I think for a lot of the bike messengers in Toronto right now, it's a survival game.
At times, it's not that serious at all, and other times, it's a total grind where you almost hate it.
Messengers are the most degraded people in the city.
Be out on a bike taking up part of a lane to someone is an inconvenience, so you get blasted out by a horn, but because they're the accepted way of transportation, they feel like they have rights over you.
It's the companies too that rob the messengers. They get upset, so they're holding all this animosity, because now they want to blow the steam. And that's where you get your ALLEYCATS from.
Okay, ALLEYCATS started in Toronto.
It started here and it just kind of trickled down into the States. And you know, like so many things that we do down in the States, we see a great idea and decide we invented it.
New York took it to a whole different other level.
The races, when they began, it was just a bunch of friends that wanted to get together and have some laughs. Hey, we're gonna race. Okay, what kind of bike? Anything. There's prizes, there's beer. And that's what attracted them, right? There were so many people in Toronto that were like, so fast, man, fast. But They had no brains. And that's always been the trick.
Nah, man, the messenger game is easy. It's easy. You go from point A to point B accordingly.
It was about being with mutual people with the same view.
Urban cycling criterion are born because the messenger community.
We wrote the template, and I think it's a tremendous compliment that these things are perpetuating.
And we pay a great tribute, and we know that the friendship and the spirit is very strong.
All right, Valerie, nice to see you.
Great to see
Yeah,
you.
Valerie is head of Ontario Place.
I'm your key contact.
Yes, we're heading with Brooks to New York City. Brooks is the four-time world champion in the sprint.
So what do you think of the place?
Beautiful.
Gonna be fun?
Yeah. This is my first time at the Red Hook Crit. Looking forward to it.
Well, Nadir's kind of like a father figure to so many of us. You know, he's called me rookie ever since I've been on the road, and I've been on the road over 5 years now.
He was supposed to be here at 4 in the morning. It's 4:35, rookie.
4:30. I'm here.
5.
Brooks! That's something that's got me really stoked on this race, is going down with Nadir and Brooks, who are both ex-racers that are really experienced. Here's the Red Hook hat from last year. I don't know if I'll wear this one, because that's the hat I was wearing when I broke my ribs last year, so maybe out of superstition I won't wear that hat. They know what foods to be eating, when you need to be resting, when you need to be on the rollers, because it's all those little things that'll make the difference.
Most important thing on the trip, baby wipes. Sometimes you gotta take a shower, and that's the only place that only thing that you have to take a shower.
The border guards are gonna be like, what are you guys doing? Like, the three of us. Yeah, we're going to a bike race. The beard's not gonna help, I don't think. My beard, Brooks's hair, Nadir in general. They're gonna ask Nadir where he's going. He'll look at them and say, where is anybody going?
I think right now, the only difference is the racers that are competing now, their pants are tighter than ours. That's the only difference, right?
This race, this event that we're at here today, is as close as unsanctioned racing gets to the big time. The race format is very professional. The caliber of riders that come out is quite high. This is it. This is the hardest race I'll do all year.
This kind of races attracts those who like to ride a race with less rules. Just a do-it-yourself attitude, basically.
And that's the big difference about urban racing.
So this was my third crit that I went to Brooklyn to do, and I still haven't had much luck with them. Yeah, just the rain. The rain killed it for me.
We never could have predicted where this was going to go. We thought it was just our little underground thing.
Now everybody's going back to the roots of cycling and its simplicity. The Red Bull raised the place for it to be a sanctioned race, when normally governing bodies like this would not think twice of being involved. They're realizing that working together, it can actually benefit cycling in Canada and around the world.